Hello, English on a roll. Remember me? Let's get started. We will start with page 127, 127. That's our homework from lesson 33. So here it is. Here it is. Now, what were we supposed to do? Write the verb. Escribe el verbo. Notice here's every day, which is your present tense, and here's yesterday, which is your past tense. So, you need to write the verb. Let's start here with number one, the example. He walks to school every day. So notice this is every day, again and again. Here is the past. He walked. He walked to school yesterday. He walked to school yesterday. And remember to repeat, please. Number two, so we have every day. We look at our children. We look at our children. Yesterday, pasado, we looked at our children. We looked at our children. Number three, she waits for her mother. She waits for her mother. And that's your present. Here's your past. She waited. She waited for her mother. She waited for her mother. Verbo, wait, plus más ed, waited, waited. Number four, they do not work on Sundays. They do not work on Sundays. And here we have, they did not work on Sunday. They did not work on Sunday. Number five, I need a job now. I need a job now. Here, I needed a job last week. I needed a job last week. Number six, Dad calls every night. Dad calls every night. Dad called last night. Dad called last night. Number seven, she looks for Maria every Friday. She looks for Maria every Friday. She looked for Maria last night. She looked for Maria last night. Notice verb look plus ed. Looked, looked, looked. Number eight, I do not like her cats. I do not like her cats. And number nine, or 8 across, I did not like her cats. Es pasado, this is presente. I did not like her cats. Number nine, she does not like my dog. She does not like my dog. In past, she did not like my dog. She did not like my dog. Number 10, dogs play with balls. Dogs play with balls. And in the past, dogs played with balls. Dogs played with balls. Number 11, he does not listen. He does not listen. And here, he did not listen. He did not listen. Number 12, they want a child now. They want a child now. They wanted a child a year ago. Pero no más. This is yesterday, pasado. They wanted a child a year ago. Number 13, you jump over the chair. You jump over the chair. And you jumped. You jumped over the chair. Here again, jump is the verb, jump, plus ed, jumped, jumped. And number 14, we jump in the lake. We jumped in the lake. Hang on a second. We jump in the lake. We jump in the lake. And the past is we jumped in the lake. We jumped in the lake. Number 15, I walk home every night. I walk home every night. Here's the past. I walked. I walked home every night. I walked home last night. Is it every night as well? Oh, it was last night. I walked home last night. And number 16, she did not walk she does not walk at night. She does not walk at night. And here, she did not walk last night. She did not walk last night. So those are the answers to the questions. Let's now look at lesson 34. It will be page 130, which is here. Huh? Page 130 in your book. But first, let's look on the board. Okay? So here we have simple past, again, pasado simple. Yesterday, ayer, that's the idea. It's the pasado. And now we're going to look at the verb have, tener, and the verb do, hacer, right? So we'll look at those, have and do. Now here is have. In the present, you have two forms, just two forms. You have and you have has. So this is I have, you have, we have, you have, they have. But here it is he has, she has, it has. So two forms. Now in the past, there's only one form, had. I had, you had, he had, we had, they had. Todavía had. Es normal para el pasado. Here's do. Present, two forms, happen to be I do, you do, he does, she does, it does, we do, you do, they do. But here in the past, did, only did, solamente una palabra. And here it is. Hay solamente una forma para el pasado. So, todos los verbos tienen una forma en el pasado. Es mucho más fácil que español. Now, let's have a look at do here a little more so you can see. Now, number one, a veces verbo principal. Cuando es verbo principal es normalmente hacer. So here, ejemplo for verbo principal, I did my work. Now here we're in the pasado. I did my work. Hay solamente un verbo aquí. Did. No hay un otro verbo. And here is the translation, hice mi trabajo. So I did my work. Hice mi trabajo. So there's your hacer. But look here. He does the dishes. Right? He does the dishes. Solamente un verbo, do. And the forma es does. And that is lava los platos. Él lava los platos. Right? Now here es verbo principal, los dos. Here, a veces, verbo ayudando. Muchas veces, verbo ayudando. For here's one para hacer preguntas. Did I look at it? In Spanish, it's lo miré. Es todo. En inglés, usamos do para hacer preguntas. No todavía, pero mucho. So we use it for this, to make questions, hacer preguntas, but here we also para use do, usamos do para hacer negativos. And here are an example, I do not look at it. I do not look at it. Yo no lo miro. Right? Usamos do. No decimos, I not look at it. No. Es necesario usar do or does. She does not look at it. He does not look at it. We do not look at it. Okay, es necesario usar do. Now, let's look at this. Move up a little bit. Go back up. All right. Now here we have do. Here's the verb do, and you can see it. I do, you do, he did. Oh, sorry, we're in the past. This is the past. Yes. Here's the past of do. Here's the past of have. So notice here, did. Todavía. Solamente una palabra. So I did. You did. Repita, por favor. You did. He did. She did. It did. We did. You did. They did. Now, here we have negatives. Here we have do negatives and contractions. So here, I did not do. So I did not do my work. Dos veces usamos do aquí. Este es para hacer el tiempo, but do, this is hacer. But did not es para hacer el negativo. So I did not do, or I didn't do. I didn't do. There's your contraction. Now here you have, you did. You did. So here is the you did not do, negative, declaración negative. You did not do, you did not do. Here, you didn't do, you didn't do. Now, he did, declaración, he did not do, he did not do. He didn't do, he didn't do. She did, she did. She did not do, she did not do, or she didn't do, she didn't do. It did, it did, it did not do, it did not do, it didn't do, it didn't do. We did, we did not do, we did not do, or we didn't do, we didn't do. You did, you did not do, you did not do, you didn't do, you didn't do. They did, they did not do, they did not do, they didn't do, they didn't do. So that's did. Now look over here, here's had. Pasado of have. I have. I did not have. Notice here's your did not here. I did not have. I didn't have. I didn't have. You had. You had. You did not have. You did not have. You didn't have. You didn't have. He had. He had. He did not have. He did not have. He didn't have. He didn't have. She had. She had. She did not have. She did not have. She didn't have. She didn't have. It had. It had. It did not have. It did not have. It didn't have. It didn't have. We had. We had. We did not have. We did not have. We didn't have. We didn't have. And here's you plural. You had. You had. You did not have. You did not have. You didn't have. You didn't have. And here, they had. They had. They did not have. They did not have. They didn't have. They didn't have. Right? Now, this could be, we did not have a car. Right? You did not have a child. They did not have a house. Es posible usar este con todos los sustantivos en inglés. Now, let's have a look at the homework, right? So what you're to do here is write the yesterday form of the verb, so pasado. Had, did, looked, wanted, or needed. So, for instance, here, we had 3 teachers. There's the verb, verbo have. We had 3 teachers. Number 2, do is the verb. She did not have dogs. She did not have dogs. Number 3, here we have do. Notice it's they, and you want the pasado, right? Remember, did. They did their lessons. They did their lessons, right? And number 4, they did not work. Here's the verb do, pasado. They did not work. That's the homework. Have fun. See you tomorrow, I hope. Bye.